stealing. Hey, mister, I was looking for a Halloween costume, and I was hoping I could be a Spider-Man. You got any Spider-Man costumes?
Oh, no, sorry, we're all out of Spider-Man costumes, but we do have, we did just get a new shipment of these Buried Podcast costumes, if you want to get one of those.
They're podcasts. They don't even stick to. They always talk over each other. I don't want any of those. I want a Spider-Man. How about Batman? You got Batman?
Nope, we don't have Batman, but we do have these new shipment of the Buried Podcast costumes, if you want to trickle one of these out.
Listen, so I said I didn't want the Buried Podcast. I want Batman and Spider-Man. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll take the Buried Podcast costumes, I swear. Please forgive me.
It's too late for that. Now you're gonna be buried.
Beautiful. That was very dramatic.
Yay.
Well,
That was really great. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Buried Podcast. This is a show where we go out into the internet jungle and bring back hidden gems of lore to the public seeing eye. As always, I'm Declan Grogan, and with me is Dylan Ward.
I'm in love with Liam's demon noises.
Jimmy Brown.
Give it a bop, bop.
And Liam Mann.
I can read the book.
And happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy
Halloween. Boo, scared
It's
you.
officially October 13th, mega Halloween, since the numbers are backwards.
Holy crap, holy crap, Lois, we are on the 13th episode.
Holy
13th
crap.
day. This is wild. Yeah, I know this is probably coming out a week before Halloween. I know we're not going to be able to sync it up, but hey.
I'm going to say, Declan, I think now that I'm really looking at the calendar and I'm looking at the date, I feel like you really jumped the gun.
All right, here's what I'm saying, though, because I was thinking about it when I told you guys we should do the Halloween episode right now, is because who knows, first of all, with our schedule, if we're going to get it out on time at all. And then, two, I don't feel like a lot of shows do their Halloween special like right at Halloween, you know?
Yeah.
Like
I hate that.
Isn't the more idea of like a Halloween special like get people excited for Halloween? Like if everyone released on the 31st, you know, like then people just
no one
it's
would go
November.
out and do trick or treating.
Yeah, exactly. no one would celebrate the festivities.
It's
That's fair, I guess.
one way to look at this, right? When the movie It came out, it didn't come out on Halloween Day because then everyone would just be in the movie theaters and I lost my point.
Well, you can't like release it.
No, you're onto something there, Dylan.
No, I was onto something there.
Guys,
there was a
somebody
point. There was a
grab
hook.
the little thing on his back and start twisting so he can turn back on.
the string.
No,
the string again.
no, you don't get it. If people are inside during the day on Halloween Day, what aren't they doing?
Trick or treating.
Oh wow.
Day trick or treating, and if you day trick or treat, then that means you need to buy more candy for night trick or treating, which means that those Nestle lobbyists
Holy
can
shit.
sell more candy to you.
Here's what I'm saying. If we keep kids inside on Halloween, there's gonna be less crime on the streets. So I want to make sure that we get this episode out in time. You know?
No, Declan, this is so anti-candy of you. That's the whole thing. They're trying to say that kids can't go out and safely enter the front of your house and receive treats that you've kept in a cabinet for weeks and go to the next house and continue doing this totally safely. This is so anti-candy of you. And I'm telling you, the conspiracy with Nestle and needing to sell more, that's why they come out with the shows earlier. So that way, then on Halloween, people don't have to watch all the shows and they can go but get more candy.
Classic Dylan shilling out for big candy.
I'm just saying 1 out of 5 kids show up to my door with a handgun and do rob me. I'm trying to clean the crime off the streets on
1 out
Halloween.
of 5. You answer the door after someone robs you at gunpoint.
Well, yeah, all right.
You continue to open the door.
They
than
only
getting
get
egged,
meaner.
am I
They
right?
only get meaner if I don't open the door, and you know the second person to pull the gun out. I'm like, the last one already took everything from me. They're like, I don't believe you. It gets like, it's awful.
What do you give them?
I mean, like the clothes on my back at that point, man. Anything to appease them.
You open and then you get like, and now Declan's just opening the door naked for children.
Can you
I don't
imagine
have
what
any
happens
candy.
when
It was taken from me at gunpoint.
when the third one shows up and pulls his gun out and I'm naked and all the neighbors are like, well, another typical day of the Grogan household, am I right?
And Declan's like desperate, like, no, you don't understand. I was robbed by 2 other children.
This child's also robbing me right now. I'm like, classic Declan. You know, he's got that podcast, the buried podcast.
Look, that kid's walking down the street and he's wearing my clothes. Like, no, that kid's just wearing a Declan costume.
Look, that kid's out there. He's wearing all my earthly possessions.
No, I'm just dressed as Declan's earthly possessions.
A classic costume.
Wow. Inspired.
Inspired, truly. You win. First prize. Another handgun is the reward. Yeah, but it's Halloween, and so for this episode, we've collected spooky topics, or topics that can be... And it doesn't matter, we could jump through a lot of hoops to justify why our topic is spooky, but I thought we might as well do a little spookster one, you know?
There are different genres of horror, you know.
Yeah.
I would say mine's more of a sci-fi slasher.
That's awesome.
What if will I get killed?
Very seriously at the idea that Jimmy would bring that up. Will I be in harm's way?
Ooh, will I be killed?
Will I be killed?
I
like to imagine what if there should I think in every slasher movie there should be a character that's like extremely sarcastic, like
ooh, another knife.
And there's been another murder. Ooh.
That person's clearly the killer then. If they're like, oh no, there's another murder.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
in my house.
I know who the slasher is.
One of us is probably the murderer, you think?
I wonder who it is.
I wonder who's been killing so well and not getting caught.
Wow, what an expert cut.
We should all walk different ways home now.
Let's split up and look for clues. Unarmed.
Let's split up and look for clues, except for me. I'll go with Rebecca.
Oh no, guys, Rebecca was murdered. I guess I knew
Oh
partner.
no, guys, I sneezed and I closed my eyes when I sneezed because you can't keep your eyes open when you sneeze, and then Rebecca was just dead.
Because he's too lazy to like cut the power. He's just fine.
He's just
right.
one of the trick-or-treaters. He comes with a gun. He's just much faster.
Well, I don't know if my
I'm telling
topic
you, it's
is
1 out of 5 kids.
exactly like that.
They robbed me. All right, let's get into some topics.
Beautiful.
Since I'm trying to start it off, I'll just go first, okay?
Go for it.
Yes.
I'm proactive this
Yeah.
episode. All right, fellas, are you familiar with analog horror?
Yeah,
No.
to some extent.
No.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
it like a clock?
Don't
It's
quiz
a
me.
really scary clock. So analog horror is something that's been becoming popular on YouTube recently, which is it's a type of horror where people will make these fake old VHS tapes, like instructional videos or other like documentaries that sort of are like given a VHS effect, but they are usually done in the style of those videos as well, like informational videos, documentaries, but they are about an extremely unsettling and like scary thing. So it's all doctored, it's all fictional, but it's done in this style, and for whatever reason, this style makes it like very believable or a little bit more frightening. You know it's fake, but it's so off-putting because at any point these old videos, like something about them just like is naturally scary. So these have been surfacing all over the internet. There's a lot of famous ones. Channel 58, the Walton
That's the
Files.
one I know.
Yeah, Channel 58 is a very
Yeah,
famous one.
I've listened to the Walton Files, believe it or not, or watched them rather.
Yeah, the Walton Files are really big right
Yeah.
now, especially even though they're like a Freddy Fazbear
Yeah,
knockoff.
I know.
But they're
It's very funny. The people, I will say, like the parts of the fandom that I do see are absolutely so fucking hilarious.
yeah, exactly. But they're scary. Like I
Yeah.
will say, the Walton Files, really scary. And even Channel 58, I can like barely watch any of these, but YouTube recommended me one that is not very well known that I found. I did a lot of digging, even though I'm really not great with visual horror, and this series has been very hard for me to do a lot of research on because it's been freaking me out. But it's called The Monument Mythos, and it's by a YouTuber called Alex Kansas. And these are a series of about, like, I want to say 15 to 20 videos that are documentaries, homemade videos, other instructional VHS analog horror type videos about the monuments of the United States and the horrors that they contain. It's like it basically tells an alternate history where the reason the United States has been building monuments is to cover up eldritch beings and other terrible things that like were always here, and then to cover them up with a big monument. And like sort of that's the way that the public doesn't ever know. Like there's a big monster. There's one that's the first one they made was upon the Liberty statue, and how like the French were wondering why they requested the base of the statue to be so large, and they walked you through a map of the whole building and how there's just a large cavern underneath it, and it's supposed to be like there's some crazy weird being that they're like feeding. Well, I guess it's immigrants, like people from Ellis Island. They'd come and they'd
Oh,
there. Yeah.
so that's what they meant by "give me your poor and huddled masses and bring them in my eldritch horror cave."
Exactly. And I've been following these, and it's really cool because each video it like talks about a new monument and a new horror that like it contains. And as you watch them, it starts to build an alternate reality of the United States. Like for a little bit, you're like, oh, the idea is like it's our monuments are horrific, and they say like, oh, like millions of Americans are killed every single year in these monuments, and they're like, no one knows about it. But as time goes on, you start seeing certain fractions from our history, and they also justify that this is a different reality. The best one being, and like all these are very scary, like a lot of them are pretty freaky, except for one called Dean Democracy, where it's just a video documenting the 37th president of the United States, and it says the 37th president of the United States was a famous actor, Dean. What is it? I can't remember his name. Who's the famous actor that like died? Dean something.
Dean Martin.
No.
James Dean.
James Dean.
Yeah, James Dean.
Bingo.
James
Give me
Dean.
the points.
In 1965, James Dean runs for president, and America loses their minds over how great of a president he's going to be. And it's one of the funniest fucking videos I've ever seen. Dean Democracy, you have to watch because like Nixon, he goes like every time Nixon's like, why are we all like freaking about James Dean? James Dean's like, come on, Nixon, let's go race cars at the track. Like for his inaugural speech, he like plays bongos. It's hysterical. And it's like for whatever reason in this horror series, that one video just cracks me up. But like, again, it is all very strange. There's like a lot of creepy ones. One implies that the Freedom statue on top of the Capitol building is alive and is trying to kill people and add them to itself. It's one of the scariest. Like that one freaked me the fuck out, essentially. And then one implies that the president is allowed every term to pick one American that they just dislike to be locked away in the Lincoln Memorial and forced to just sit inside of Lincoln and look out its eyes. And like, yeah, that one is like really upsetting because like they say, and they call them the Lincoln Looker. The president is always able to be the Lincoln Looker, and that person has to sit there unmoving, fed through a straw, for the entirety of the presidency's term. It's like awful. A lot of these are very unsettling. Some of them are a little bit more goofy, but I strongly suggest you look into them because each one is going to be like, it tells a elaborate story that is like off-putting in a really cool way. So that's analog horror and what I essentially say. Yeah.
Very, very cool genre.
Yeah, I think they're fun.
I just
The
feel like
Lincoln Looker.
Yeah.
one person would be out on the streets like, you know what, James Dean wouldn't be a good president, and then like he wakes up the next day looking out the eyes of the monument.
That's part of it. One of them, like they later on they justify that James Dean picked like one of his oppressors to be the Lincoln Looker. It's like a whole weird world like that they build through these very upsetting videos. But the James Dean ones are just hysterical. James Dean is just like the greatest president, but everyone keeps some people call him like hellish. I don't know. It's very funny. And also scary.
I think we definitely need more goofy presidents. I feel like it's been a while since we've had like a we need like a good James Dean type president just to get everyone to like relax a little bit. You know what I mean? Just to take a load off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need a president who puts his feet on his desk.
Is that all you need from your president?
He said, Mr. President, we're going to war. Hey,
Take a kickback.
Oh, jeez. Oh, dear. We need the...
jeez, oh dear.
Somebody give
We
me
need the
Better
fonts.
start the
to be
draft.
president.
pina colada.
I want the Hamburglar to be president.
Sure thing, Mr. President. Do you think do you think presidents ever just get like obliterated on the job? Like, and they had like, you know what I mean? Like,
Just wasted.
Just totally wasted, and then like some big emergency happens, and he's like, "Fuck, shit, okay, my phone work is."
Well, who is it?
I don't know.
Who's the prime minister that actually did do that?
Boris
Boris Johnson. All right, Liam. The one from he's the most famous prime minister of all time during World War II.
Oh, Winston Churchill.
Oh, Winston Churchill.
Yeah, Winston Churchill
Bing, give me
famously
the
just
points.
drank.
Little callback.
Dude, Winston Churchill drank Scotch highballs. He drank like 6 a day and then finished the day with champagne. Like as he was working, he was just drinking Scotch all day.
Yeah, but I feel like it's different back then. Like, I feel like back in olden times, people were just fucking always drunk because there was nothing else to do. Like, it was just, you're so bored. It's like, fuck. Because I feel like whenever you hear about, like, especially, like great people in history, you always hear, like, about, like, like, I don't know, there's this, I feel like, as someone who's, like, studied history and, like, have, like, not even, like, history itself, but, like, you hear people tell stories of history, all these, like, great figures always have, like, huge appetites, too, you know what I mean? It's like, fucking, like, Winston Churchill, he was the great leader, he drank four, you know, cognacs a day, he ate 7 steaks and drank 3 cigars, like,
One time Winston
every
Churchill ate a
single
steak this big. It's you know, he's such a good guy.
It's, but it's like fucking what's his name, Orson Welles. Like, I remember I was like watching this documentary. It's like Orson Welles, you typically ate like 5 steaks for dinner, and he had like two bottles of. It's like, Jesus, relax, like, calm down.
Why? What are you gaining?
Wait.
I want to be around when Liam's reading his history books in the library and it's silent and you just hear like, fucking relax, man. And you look around.
It's like, and then Julius Caesar grabbed 7 bottles of wine and just started drinking, and everyone all the senators were like, dude, relax, come on.
Yeah, you know, I remember Gandhi eating a lot when he was on his hunger strike.
That's honestly, Gandhi might not have made it through his hunger strikes if it wasn't for the 3 steaks he ate for dinner every
for
night.
the 6 bottles of cognac you drink a day.
Gandhi, stop eating the fucking meat. And he's just like, no, fuck you, dude. Tell me how to live.
I'm a great man. That's why I write so
Great
quote.
man.
Fuck. That's my favorite Gandhi quote. Fuck you, man. I let me eat my steaks.
Fuck you, I'm a great man. I have a big appetite.
I'm
Fuck
so
you,
cool.
man. I'm fucking hungry, man. I'm so fucking hungry.
Yeah, President Dean definitely did that.
Yeah, President Dean, there's a direct correlation between popularity and the amount of hunger you feel. President Dean was famished all the time.
He was just constantly shoving hot dogs down his throat, one after the other.
President Dean was known to consume 17 hot dogs every meal
and 20,000 beers a day. He'd unhinge his jaw and they'd back up a dump truck.
the ocean.
It would cause many issues. President Dean wouldn't hear any policy until he'd had at least 17 hot dogs.
President
And
James
4 liters
Dean
of...
has leapt out of his Oval Office and landed in the ocean, and he is now consuming mass amounts of fish. He is growing to the size of a small continent.
He opens his mouth and just absorbs krill.
What a great man.
What a great
What a great president!
What a
I
great
voted for him.
Truly the mark of a great man.
Truly outrageous how great the man he is. His appetite knows no bounds.
His appetite knows no bounds. It's as large as his heart. Oh my gosh, that's so fucking great.
It cuts away to like a like the sunset behind the Oval Office, and then the ocean, and like you see like all of his staff waving at the ocean, and you see just the back breach above the water and blow up a perfect
just blow
spout
holes.
of water. It's like, thank you,
Breathe.
President James Dean. We
never
love
forget
you.
you.
I just like to imagine a scene where people are trying to like talk to the president, and like he's like, Mr. President, like, and like they're bringing him things, and he's just shoveling hot dogs.
They're like, hey, come on, let's walk and talk. And while he's walking, he's just like inserting full hot dogs into his mouth and not chewing.
There's just mustard like all over his like mouth and shirt. Like, oh.
Mother always said, eat first, talk second.
He just has a trough in the Oval Office. You know what they say? Behind
watch-
every great man is a bottomless abyss of his stomach.
Between every great man is at least 40 hot dogs and 6 kegs of beer.
All right, that's my topic. That's the James Dean and his
Wow.
insatiable
Very
appetite is my
good.
topic.
An insatiable appetite for hot dogs. Oh man, that gave me a good tickle.
Gave me a good.
I don't know if
good
anyone's itching to go next, but I have 2 fast ones.
Understandable.
Go ahead.
2.
Yeah,
Two?
two very small fast ones. He's gonna get the banjo.
Yeah, go get Declan, go get your banjo.
He's not here right now. He's getting the banjo.
Oh, I see. He's going to get the banjo. Wait, are you guys together again?
No,
I feel like
no.
I'm dubious now.
No.
Liam, you should trust me. We're not in the same house.
You should trust me. Yeah, famous last words.
Did you guys hear the ukulele?
No, we didn't.
No.
No, not at all.
Okay, I ran out of the room and I think I muted myself. Here we go. I wish I should just bring this into the room
Nuggets.
before I record. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I have 2. The first one is a link that I don't really know how to read. Well, okay, wait. I know how to read it, but there's just a lot. So let's go to this one first. It's a lot of fucking ones, and then .com. And it is, under the topic of Halloween horror, it is just a collage.
Can you copy and
I'm not even gonna click it. I want just describe it to me.
I think
Yeah.
you need to click it.
Well then that's not great for a podcast.
Well, because we can describe our favorite parts
can you
together.
copy and
Gosh, there's a
paste
lot
the
of
the HTML or the URL rather?
Why?
Yeah, I thought I did.
Why is my phone immediately asking me to be Robert Murdoch's MySpace friend?
You have to hit cancel, and then it goes to the picture.
Oh my gosh. Oh
Is
my
this the
gosh.
Arnold? This is the Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Am I the
This
right
is
one?
this is the Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's like a collaboration of so many different pictures of women in
Oh, is
cosplay.
this all just
and
one
his-
image?
and his
I'm gonna say so, Dylan. I feel like you've done this one before.
No, I would have remembered this. There's no way.
No,
you're
I have
thinking
a
of the
dis-
other
I
one. You're thinking of like the one I did
I've-
recently with a similar URL.
No. I've seen this one before. I've been showed this one before.
Well, basically, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger photoshopped over and over again. His head on women's bodies. There's one where he's a female wrestler with large,
Gazongas.
Large hungas.
some real honkers, and he's stepping on some dude's head.
Well,
and I
who's
just
the
love the
dude?
tagline in the background because I have no idea who the dude is. It looks like some regular white dude with gray hair. Like I
What is it?
Joe Biden.
it kind of looks like Joe Biden a little bit.
No, it is not.
Look, you can tell it's Joe Biden because he's eating 6 hot dogs.
He's just down in dogs.
Look at
There's
that
a-
mustard on his face.
Oh my god.
There's a lot to look at, but there's only one thing that you can really read besides the seal for the state of
No, it's
California.
California.
And it's text.
Because he's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
For California. And in the background it says, because Washington is the Hollywood for ugly people.
And it's also cropped off. Like the text isn't fully in frame. This is a very confusing website.
Yeah, there's just a lot to look at here. That's why I have 2 small ones.
Can you recognize any? Who is the girl that's a gorilla holding the Empire
Yeah,
State
I
Building?
was
in
wondering
this
I
that
don't
picture?
myself.
know. I think it's the same woman who's a wrestler in the bottom left corner.
Do you think it says like his wife?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe. I mean,
my gosh.
maybe his wife.
That could be true. I want to note that on the side there's a 2008 copyright for the creator of this image, so we can't use it. You can't recreate
I was literally
it.
gonna say this. I was gonna say the same thing. The fact that it says all rights
All
reserved.
rights
It's like what rights do you? Explain to me your rights, sir.
And in tiny text at the very bottom says page finished on January 13, 2006. So you're
Wait.
You can't.
Okay, the plot thickens. I found a secret.
You can't click enter.
You can.
Wait, what?
You click enter, and it takes you to a Margaret Thatcher website.
what?
Yeah. There's right below the anime text. There's a tiny enter sign, and if you click it, it takes you to a website. I think it's Margaret Thatcher.
Oh
I
my
can't
gosh.
tell.
It's another.
yeah,
it's
it takes
another
you to-
picture.
Yeah, there's another image. The
Dude.
plot thickens.
What, do you
We're
think there's
digging
another one
into
here?
the
Wait.
buried.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let's see. How deep can we take this rabbit
yeah.
hole?
Okay, so for the listeners at home, we just clicked on a button in this picture, and it took us to a secondary picture making fun of Margaret Thatcher in the same style. She's like a squid person, and it's a bunch of other random crap. But we're now wondering,
Prime Minister.
can you keep clicking and getting to more and more pictures?
Are
I
there-
found
is
another.
there-
There's
is
another
there a-
enter. There's another enter.
Where?
It's on the couch. Yeah, there's another one. Now I'm on a
Oh
third
my
page.
God.
Oh,
This is insane.
my.
Holy
Wait,
crap.
Okay. Wait, Declan. When you click that one, it downloads an audio file.
Okay, you can play that because my phone did not get it a download. This is now like it's people photoshopped on Lord of the Rings characters. I'm trying to find another enter. Yeah, there's another enter.
Oh, okay. So it's basically just like an MS Paint version of Hit Me With Your Best Shot.
Oh my god, this
Holy
is
crap! I'm on page 4 now. This is like a Where's Waldo?
Yeah, it is.
This is a Wimmo builder.
No, this is pretty fun.
You give love a bad name.
Oh,
Okay, I'm
Jesus.
on the McDonald's page.
This says keep clicking .enter button until you are attacked by weapons of mass destructions.
Distractions.
being
I
attacked
found another
by a
enter.
dragon right now.
Dude, I'm on page 5 now. Okay, this one has animations. It's Jesus being filled with a gas
Yeah,
pump. What's
I saw that
happening
one.
here?
Holy shit! This topic is so much deeper.
This
Does
topic
anyone
just
have the
keeps
Lord of the
giving.
Rings picture with the ketchup?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
past that, man. I'm
We're three past that.
I'm
Where?
3
Oh,
levels
the
down.
enter is
Each-
so obvious.
And again, for those of you, if Declan, you're on your phone, so you can't hear it, but every time you open a new one, it includes a little song. Like it includes a download to a little song.
Okay, I
and
think
they're
I may have
weird.
reached the ending. Because now every time I hit a button, it just shows goofy faces.
No,
pop up
that's
on
I
the
was
button.
exact.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
been
there.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I'm there too. Maybe it's on.
The enter's in the bottom right corner.
Oh my God, there's more. Oh, this one's weird. It's a picture of George Bush and Adolf Hitler with eagle mouths.
Wait. Did you get past the one that's the big slug guy?
The
Yeah, no,
slug
I
guy.
got stopped at that one too, Declan.
I'm losing myself.
No,
Okay,
if,
yeah,
if you
it
wait a
makes
little bit,
no
if you
sense.
wait a little bit, the faces go away, and then you can hit enter.
Yeah, no, I'm on another one. I'm on a fucking another one. This is
my
fucking.
God.
It's Kim Aid or Jong Il versus.
I'm there too.
Sadamo.
Holy crap, this is like a whole world. This whole thing.
Oh my
I
God,
found
there's
it.
another one. Oh my God, there's more.
Oh my gosh, this is insane. All right, I don't know if I hope this is good content because this is so engaging to me right
Yeah,
now.
I really hope this is good. Okay, hold on. I feel like, God, what?
I am in shock. To describe this, basically, it's like a Where's Waldo where you find the hollow enter, and it keeps downloading more and more shit onto my computer, which now that I say that worries me a little bit.
Yeah.
And bringing up just totally warped and distorted pictures. Here's a bunch of Bill Clintons in bikinis. And every time I move my cursor, I get pop-up ads.
These are.
Uh-oh.
Do you
I
think
just-
there's like any purpose behind these? Because some of them they're all weirdly political.
That's it. Speaking of political, I just
Oh.
got to Osama bin Laden on the cross.
Oh my gosh.
I think
oh
I got to
no.
the end. I think I beat it.
Are you sure?
It says thank you.
What?
I'm
Okay,
stuck
here's
on
one
the
as
slug page. I
here,
can't get
here's
this.
one of Mao Zedong as Jesus. God, there's so many.
This is so strange.
This is bizarre. This is. I'm in shock.
I've never. I don't think. I'm just very glad that we found. We just got a lot of discovery on
Yes.
on a podcast. Like this is like really cool discovery type thing. Like this is why we should do a visual episode every once in a while because like
Yeah.
it'd be really
They
cool
can
for the audience
understand
like
that,
see us discover this online because this is like a whole rabbit hole. It's so wild.
I found his email.
Yeah.
Get him on the show.
Kenneth at tinkin.com.
Get Kenneth on the
Kenneth-
show. Just ask him how many hot dogs he eats a day. That's just send him his
Yeah,
email.
that's to figure out whether or not he's a great man. Hey,
Yeah.
how many hot dogs are you capable of eating in a day?
How many
I found
glizzies?
his PayPal. If we want to reach out through there. Oh shit.
God,
Okay,
this
I don't know
is-
if we should stay on this topic much longer.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
think,
we've talked about this one enough.
Okay. Speaking of horror, I just got to a scary one. Sorry, this is the last one. This is the last one I'll do. But
Okay.
I just got to one, and I clicked. I clicked on it, and then the whole web browser just started
Uh-oh.
shaking. Like
Oh.
while it was loading, it was shaking, and it actually made me really nervous. So I'm kind of scared.
It's a website. Well, yeah, maybe it is just like a trap for us to just download spam and like viruses. On
Yeah,
our
maybe
phones.
I'm actually downloading 1,700 viruses on my computer.
I'm gonna go and delete these right now.
All right,
I was
you
on
got
my
another
phone,
one? You got another one, Dylan? Or
I have another
because
one,
this
but
this
that one
just
was-
kept
Yeah,
giving,
I think
man.
that
This
was
one gave a lot.
sufficient.
Exactly. I don't need to do the other one. I can save it for next
Yeah, I'd
week.
say so.
But
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like a big dingus for doing the Nuggets thing. But yeah, I guess it makes sense. All right, I'll do a sad Nuggets exit. Okay, there we go.
Ooh,
we
so
go.
so
Oh,
minor.
that was a sad Nuggets.
Cause I'm all sad, man. I'm just sad.
I'm gonna
about it.
weep.
All right, who's going next?
I
This
can-
is- I feel like I'm gonna keep playing with this thing. I need to stop.
Yeah, I can take next if you guys are all right with that.
Sorry, I'm done. I found. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm still clicking because it's still going, and I found one with Peter Pan on it, and I'm sorry, I got excited.
All right, Liam's just gonna
It
be in
goes-
the background, constantly clicking.
I'm literally just gonna be clicking. This is gonna be a throwback to episode 1. It just be going click click. You're just gonna hear click click click, and then ooh.
All right, well then, while Liam's disposit, like I don't know, you just can't do it. Jimmy, you want to do your topic?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw those, like that mini trending photo shoot of Grimes that happened like a week ago or something, right? It was Grimes, aka Elon Musk's ex-wife, I think now. And she's wearing this really weird-looking futuristic outfit with like a cloak and everything, and she's reading the Communist Manifesto, like in public, and it was a whole stupid photo shoot and all that kind of stuff. And so looking at that really weird thing, which was obviously like a super, high fashion sort of thing, I was curious as to what brand it was because I was like, who the hell is making that? And I found this place called Demobaza, Demobaza. And I was looking at them, and they have all these really weird, deconstructed, futuristic fashion kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm going to look at their About page. Their About page just, like, confuses me to no extent. I just sent it in the chat. It like starts out like it's just a normal clothing brand, and as you keep on going, like even by like the 4th paragraph, it's starting to get like all about like our revolutionary connections are inspired by the power of consciousness and how no one can control the real love. Our man is a spiritual armor, a man who walks over the dark paths of the old world, and it just keeps on going like that for like the entire rest of it. It has like a mini narrative and all that stuff, but it's almost like written in Bible verse kind of stuff with
You guys
wait,
make.
I gotta read this first sentence. It's just you can change the world. It's easy. How? The scientist Greg Braden explains how the universal law of attraction works. This is a field around us, a collective consciousness in which we all participate. This collective consciousness creates our reality. It can be influenced by us through our DNA, using the power of our thoughts and our heart. I don't understand that's so many different things.
it's so many.
You sell
I
shirts.
tried to
You
read
sell shirts.
like
That's
even
it.
like a couple paragraphs of this, and I just got so confused. It just keeps on going about like ancient traditions and correspondence to DNA and women and
Okay, wait.
abdomens and
They're like, we can use this law on an individual base, but also collectively to change our world. There's even a formula on how many participants are needed to achieve a certain effect for a bigger group. For instance, peace. This has been proven scientifically through experiments. They just said this has been proven scientifically through experiments and then nothing
that's
else.
so good.
For changing the whole world population, this would only take 8,000 participants. Why is there an exact number of people you need?
If
Why
8,000 people
why
wear
haven't we
this
got
shirt,
those people yet?
Why haven't they collect 8,000 to do this?
If the world peace could be achieved by 8,000 people wearing a shirt, give out 8,000 free shirts. Do it.
Just get 8,000 people together and get this done if it's been proven scientifically through experiments.
If How do they prove that? Did they just get like a small scale community and have them all wear the shirts and then no conflict? They're like, I'm very peaceful.
They put the shirt on and like, oh, I'm
Clearly,
making a
they're using their
difference.
DNA to change the reality.
They put on the shirt. Ooh, my DNA feels changed.
Oh boy, we should.
I'm a changed man. I am bringing about peace in this
Yeah,
world.
we should chant a
Me
word.
and 7,999 other people.
Ooh.
Okay,
I
wait, they
feel-
say, so I'd like to share with you 3 experiments that are absolutely shaking the foundation of Western physics. I haven't read these. Do we want to
I
read
would love
these?
to.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to say the first one. The first was conducted by Russian physicist Vladimir Papanin in the early 1990s. He came to the United States to finish these series of experiments. What Papanin did, he wanted to investigate the relationship between human DNA and the stuff our world is made of. The little packets of energy that we call photons, light particles of light, little particles of light, if you want to think of it that way. What do you mean if I want to think of it that way? So
Aren't you telling me?
Take it
So
or
the
leave it, am I
experiment
right?
consisted of taking a tube, taking a tube, comma, a glass tube, drawing all the air out of this tube, creating what today we call a vacuum, implying that there's nothing left in this tube. However, we know
If
that
you
there's
wanna
still
call it
something
that.
left. It's these little particles of light.
This is all
We
about
measured the particles to
clothing
see how they were
brand.
distributed. Do they fly all over the place inside this tube, or were they all accumulated at the bottom? Or what happened with them?
Who wrote this?
The results of this part of the experiment were not surprising because the little particles of light, the photons, were completely random.
They weren't surprising.
And this is what they expected. The next part of the experiment is where things get really, really interesting. Gosh, tell me what the fuck is happening already. Because they placed some human DNA into this tube, and the human DNA, when they resumed the photons, the human DNA had caused the photons to form an alignment. The DNA was having a direct effect on the stuff our world was made of.
It's so
Exclamation
nonsensical. I
point.
feel like I couldn't read this for more than 30 seconds. I'm impressed that Declan has done this.
This is cracking me up.
I'd like to imagine their science department is just like all like models, and they're like all male models, and they're just like sitting around like, oh, let's put light. Let us suck all the air out of a test tube and see what the light particles do.
Let's
and
fill
then
it
they
with
look at
futuristic
it, and they're like,
dreams.
oh, I see.
Yeah.
The DNA is clear. The human DNA is clearly affecting these photons.
It's really being affected
The photons have aligned.
Oh, let me get some human DNA in this jar.
the light, man.
Got a couple light guys in there. Let's drop some skin flesh in there. See what they think about that.
Let me just dunk this into the human DNA jar we
A
have.
lot of light, man.
Go get the photon straw and a fucking
fucking-
in a syringe.
Hey, Tony, get the photon straw.
Hey, yo, Tony, get the photon straw and the fucking
Tony.
syringe. I'll knock this baby out in 20. We got any alignment going on here?
Hey, yo, what are these photons doing? They chilling
Oh,
at the
yeah.
bottom? They are they radically dispersed? What's going on? Come on.
Nah, you gotta put some skin in there. That'll really align them.
I can't stop reading these experiments, and whoever was fucking writing this just was high
Oh,
or
it's
something.
absolutely blasted.
they're one of the sentences that they wrote is, so the third experiment was conducted again. Like, they're talking. Why do you put so at the beginning of the sentence?
They
Or
start
they're just
saying
like,
I.
they're like, what they did was they
halfway
subjected the volunteer to what they called emotional stimulation that would elicit genuine responses of emotion, of joy or sadness or fear or anger or rage. Like, why did you list all those?
Why'd you
Reading
make a
this-
fucking angry shirt? Why would I want to wear that?
Reading this almost feels like it was like someone doing like a text to speech while driving, and it's like,
So basically, the third step.
yeah, like they were on their way to work, and they forgot that they had to like write this thing. Like, oh fuck, they're like,
you put them all together,
the second experiment is a fascinating experiment. It's a military experiment. What they did, in essence, was they took some DNA, some scrapings from the tissues of an inside a mouth of a donor or
if you'll have
a
it.
volunteer. It's just like so like
Uh-huh.
flow of consciousness.
But it just keeps going too. Like the ideas blend into each other like.
Oh my
mud.
gosh! The third experiment, they said they isolated DNA from individuals that were trained to feel what are called coherent human emotions. Very clear emotions of love, appreciation, compassion, anger, rage, and hate. Why are they trained? Who are the humans that are trained to just feel these emotions?
They wear
The
the
people who
shirt
wear the
before
shirt,
you
yeah.
get it.
Can I get a job to just feel compassion all the time?
Yeah. Can you be trained?
How do you feel today on a scale of 1 to 10?
Gosh,
I do.
I
do
ready
feel
to
bad
wear
for.
a shirt.
I do feel bad for the people who were trained in anger, rage,
rage
hate,
and
jealousy.
hate. There's just one guy who's just always in the state of hate.
They just like are always like spritzing him with like every time he tries to go to sleep, they like just spray him with a water bottle.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
And the fucking the jealousy guy is just like a lunatic.
He's just constantly fucking like, he's just never happy. He's just always moving. All right, they said they found that in the presence of appreciation, love, compassion, forgiveness, the DNA became tremendously relaxed. How did you test for that? How did you test if DNA became relaxed?
What if it's not tight?
What does that look like?
That's it. That's like they almost at this point it takes a special kind of writing to make the word measured become a buzzword. It's like that's like a thing where they just say, oh, they measured this. It's like, yeah, but how did you measure it? Using
Tony
what?
with the fucking photon straw came through and dipped it into each shirt. Yep, that's a
Tony,
happy
get-
one.
Tony, get my measuring stick.
After
My measuring
these
straw.
3 experiments are laid out in by itself a single line, it's not in a paragraph, it's just there, it just says, well, each of these 3 experiments were interesting unto itself. And that's like it. That's all they had to say. That's not, what is, I don't.
My favorite sentence that I found is it's like their thesis. So it says, so what does that mean? If you have a city of 1 million people, for example, you take 1% of 1 million in parentheses on your little calculator.
I loved that one. I saw that. Yeah.
It's like being patronizing. Like, yeah, we're the big scientists. Oh yeah, you need your little
scientists.
calculator.
Why did they take the choice to make it mean?
Why are they talking down to me on this fucking clothing thing about
What, you
photons?
can't count how many protons are in here without a little
Like a little
calculator, you little
calculator.
baby?
Is this
okay.
This is the about page? What the fuck? This is like.
It tells you nothing.
I like to
about the
imagine that
actual-
Demo Baza is like a very reputable fashion thing, and they just hired an intern and told them to write the about us, and like that intern was just fucking crazy, and no one's checked their about page yet. No one's
Dude,
checked.
okay, but I will say, looking, I finally went to go like look at the clothes, and now that I'm looking at the clothes, the description totally
Yeah.
makes sense.
They're a little nutty.
The clothing is just like it's like sci-fi Mad
Yeah.
Max clothes.
Yeah,
It's like leather and straps and like I don't know.
I could like, yeah, they're kind of getting the future vibe down pretty well. Like these all look like they'd be pretty convincing like cosplay or like costumes, but sort of like also fashion. Like I don't like hate it, I guess.
Yeah, but you're really you're not paying for the fashion. Remember, you're paying for the photons.
You're the embedded human DNA from a hate specialist.
You're paying to You're paying to be trained in hate.
In hate.
This shirt is specifically designed to make you hate more.
I've been so fucking mad since I put this shirt on. God damn it.
God damn it! I'm so
This
fucking
shirt.
mad that I spent. I'm so pissed off that I spent $500 on this
My
sweatshirt.
DNA is tensing up.
Oh no, my DNA! I'm turning into I need wife. Give me hot dogs.
I had a big
Something's
appetite.
happening to me.
I'm sort of. Ooh, give me 3 steaks. I need dinner.
And 15 bottles of scotch.
Give me 15 bottles of scotch. I need it.
Bring me a giant concrete mixer and just fill it with soup.
Oh man, this is great. I would buy
I
one of
would
these
so buy
robes
one of
if
these.
they were
Yeah.
like
They're
$700.
a lot of money,
Oh
which
my.
is why it was ironic that Grimes was reading the Communist Manifesto was the whole thing. But I was very happy to see their about page.
Yeah, again, after looking at these clothes after reading the about, it all kind of comes together.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Crazy people buy crazy shit.
Yeah, really. That's a good.
I bought
This
12
one's not even
PPs.
clothes.
I bought 12 PPs.
Yeah, demo Baza is my PP.
I'm now gonna buy all their clothes.
Oh my god, that would bankrupt me.
You'll be such an
These
angry
are
boy.
very, very expensive clothing.
Right, so
for
that was
their DNA.
that
talk.
was my little topic. Is it Declan who still hasn't done it?
No, I
No,
went.
it's
It's
me.
Liam.
Oh, yeah, you're
Liam,
right,
did
you're
you
right.
ever?
It's baby's turn. Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Hello. My
Go away.
my topic is, I think it gets into, we've seen a lot of types of horror, and also, hold on, sorry, I just had a thought. At the beginning of this podcast, Jimmy, you said that yours was sci-fi.
It was
slasher.
sci-fi slasher, yeah.
Wait.
You know what? I was hoping you wouldn't remember.
And Jimmy, you got it right on the head.
and I'm just starting now to be critical of that.
Well, when you think about it, Demo Baza, a lot of their clothes kind of look like they've been torn a bit. Like they've been slashed.
It's
It was
victim.
sci-fi, but I couldn't just like stay at sci-fi since it had to be a genre of horror. So I added slasher.
So you decided to
I
lie.
lied. Think about it.
Okay, well, I'm
Fine.
glad you're honest about your
Sci-fi
lies.
political thriller.
So my website, it's a website, but it's more of a website to host a broader idea. My website is the simulationargument.com, and it's essentially a sort of essay about it started in 2003. This guy Nick Bostrom, who is shockingly a very, very like accredited professor. He's like a professor at the University of Oxford, but he wrote this essay about the essay is called "The Simulation Argument: Why the Probability That You Are Living in the Matrix Is Quite High." And so this website has become kind of this hosting site for like other kind of discussions on like the simulation theory. But I think the one I spent the most time on was looking at this kind of essay. And basically in this essay he lays out kind of three principles, where he says, at least one of these three things needs to be true. Number one, the chances that a species at our current level of development can avoid going extinct before becoming technologically mature is negligibly small. So basically, so one, the chance that like we can go further as a technology is very small. Like there's some technology that wipes us all out.
The Great Filter.
There's like, what is it? Like the Great Filter. Yeah. Two, almost no technologically mature civilizations are interested in running a computer simulations of our mind, of minds like ours. Basically, no one wants to run a simulation. Or three, you are almost certainly in a simulation. And like the way he describes it, it's like one doesn't really make sense. It's like one, if one is true, then we're probably not in a simulation. But like if two is probably not true. And it's like he describes it in such a way that you're like, huh, wait, hold on. You almost kind of like you have to assume that we're in a simulation. Here, wait, I'll send the link. But the closing sentence to me is the one that like got me. That's like, oh wait, hold on, because he says, if we are in a simulation, it is possible that if we are in a simulation, is it possible that we can know for certain? If the simulators don't want us to find out, we probably never will. But if they choose to reveal themselves, they could certainly do so. Maybe a window informing you of the fact would pop up in front of you, or maybe they would upload you into their world. Another event that would let us conclude with a high degree of confidence that we are in a simulation is if we ever reach the point where we are about to switch on our own simulations. If we start running simulations, that would be very strong evidence against 1 and 2. That would leave us with only 3. So basically, right, like if we ever get to the point where we're running our own simulations, it is almost 100% true that we are in a simulation ourselves. Like, because the only limiting factor, because it's like,
it's much more likely to be one of the simulations. There's like a million simulations. There's only one original.
Right. Computers can run like a million different simulations, and like we can only perceive one. So it's like the chances that we are in a simulation is actually like a lot higher. So if it's proven that like a simulation can exist, it's probably true that we are in a simulation.
That's
Which is
always.
like,
That, I feel like that's a common like thing that you can always think of, like the fact that we're doing it. Why can't it be done like on our scale already?
But it's an interesting one, because I think I like this argument, and it makes sense that this guy, I guess, is a renowned professor, because I think it takes some kind of intelligence to make such a stupid theory believable, right? Because I think so many, like, the thing I hate about like a lot of these like kind of philosophical sort of hypotheses are that like they're only true insofar as you can't prove them wrong. Like, you know, like last Thursdayism, you know, like the world as it was created last Thursday, and it's like, well, you can't disprove it because it's like, oh, everything that happened last Thursday was just created last.
It's actually,
you know what I mean? It was like everything before that was
wrong
just created.
because everything was created last Friday. Yeah. It's
Oh, that's why my birthday is Friday.
Everyone's birthday's
And I'm-
Friday.
That's why everyone's birthday's Friday, and I'm only 6 days old.
We're all 6 days old. It's kind of weird, right?
Pretty wild.
That is kind of weird. But this one kind of does a lot of groundwork it's like he's not proving it's true, but he's just like making you believe a certain worldview that like there's more of a chance than you probably think there is.
Tickling you with the idea.
Yes.
I like that. I think that this paper. When was this paper written?
2003.
2003. Okay, so it's it's very in line with the release of the Matrix that he talks about. The Matrix got many otherwise not so philosophical minds running on the nature of reality. I wonder if this guy just saw the Matrix and was like, "All right, time to write a big paper."
or do you, well, no, because I like how he says the Matrix got many otherwise not so philosophical minds talking about the nature of reality. So this is just him fucking sticking, you know, like, because he's this big Oxford guy, and like all of his like non-Oxford friends were like, dude, what if we're the Matrix,
he's
bro?
like,
And he's just like, no, no. It's actually, if you look at it, the chances that our species at our current level of development can avoid going extinct before becoming technologically mature is actually negligibly small. And also,
yeah, he does say, but the scenario depicted in the movie is ridiculous. Human brains being kept in tanks by intelligent machines just to produce power. That's the second sentence of the whole paper. So clearly, he saw the Matrix and was just angry that like the thing he's been studying for ages was like being reduced on this one movie, and everyone's like, "Bro, we're in a simulation." And he's like, "No, okay,
Actually, no.
he's like, yes, but not in the way you think it is.
But not the way you're saying it. You're having way too much fun with it."
You're having you're having too much fun. Do you even have a theorem? Do you even have a theorem? Where's the equation in the Matrix? Where's the scene of the Matrix?
I can prove to you that we're in a simulation right now. Get 8,000 of your friends together right now, and we'll think about world peace hard enough that it'll happen.
I can prove we're in a simulation right now. Bring me 9 steaks and 4 bottles of cognac.
Got it.
Watch me unhinge my jaw and absorb 50,000 steaks, and then you'll wonder, he's a great man. He must know we're in a simulation.
He's a great man. I must believe his theories about simulations.
Oh my gosh, I want to read this paper and like actually be able to talk about whether or not how like real it feels. But I feel like you did a pretty good job here.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's. I mean, a lot of it. I think it's hard to tell because I think he uses, especially after reading that first one. I think now that I know he's like kind of a dickhead. I think he uses a lot of like language just for the sake of being like, the facsimiles of change are hyper. It's like, just fucking say
He's
it
a
to me, dude.
dweebus.
Yeah.
He's a dweebus.
Sweebus.
Essentially, this guy's a big old. And you know what? I'm glad I picked this for Halloween because there's nothing scarier than a fucking Noid.
Hey yo, we're all jocks on this podcast, baby.
Hey, Raw Jocks. Hey, nerd boy. Go get me my
go get 'em.
proton straw.
Go use
Hey,
your
nerd
little
boy,
calculator.
Go give me my little
nerd.
calculator.
oh, what are you going to do? Use your little calculator?
Oh, what are you gonna do? Become an individual trained in hate?
Oh, what are you gonna do? Surpass a level of development that is negligibly small?
You're gonna go put human DNA in a big vacuum tube and watch it dance around, huh?
It's gonna get all tight.
What are you gonna do? Design websites.
Design webs. Go find Redman.
No,
Go
callback.
find. Oh, callback.
Can't have
Callback,
those.
baby. I did. That wasn't even
Callback.
like a very good callback. It was just me mentioning
yeah.
Redman.
But see, another thing I will say about this is, as ridiculous as the original essay seems, there are. I was like looking. I tried to like. Because there's a bunch of like scholarly so there's a section called scholarly commentaries and follow-on studies. So the thing about this is almost all of these written works are done like by like they're like peer reviewed. You know what I mean? They're like shit you'll find like on JSTOR.
Dang.
Which I shout out JSTOR. How you
Shout out
doing, baby? I love
JSTOR.
you, JSTOR.
Sponsor.
JSTOR
like,
didn't get enough credit.
Yeah, I love JSTOR, but that's a story for another day. Maybe next week my parent topic is JSTOR.
JSTOR. All right. Then.
But
It's gonna be
no,
wiki.
like I tried to like click on some of them to like read them, but these are like some of them are like there's okay. So like the one I wanted to read because it seemed interesting. It's called iSim, an exploration of the simulation argument, and it's like someone's like master's work, and it's fucking 50 pages. It's
Okay.
50 pages.
It feels like silly. Like it feels like someone writing their paper on like a meme, you know? Like
Yeah.
I know it's
Imagine-
real, and I know that there's like it's debating reality. I get it, but something about the simulation theory, it feels like something you'd see like commenters on Reddit arguing about, and like then philosophical people are also doing the same thing in like universities.
Yeah. This is really like this is the Reddit of
It's the 4chan.
Philosophical debate. This is the 4chan of
There you go.
academia.
The paper starts. Picture me, Anon.
This is the shit post
Realizes
status
that this is a
bachelor's
simulation.
degree. TFW when no peer review.
Oh man! All right, I'm famished. I need to go eat 50 steaks. So let's wrap
Yeah.
this episode
Beautiful,
up. All right?
Let's
Good
wrap
idea.
this up.
Yeah.
I
All
gotta
right.
take a
So
So yeah, everybody give.
so
what you
my
want.
that's the other mark of a great man. If we can take a large.
I'm going
large
to
dookie.
sleep.
If all right, my topic was monument mythos in the
Yeah.
the analog
Great
horror
topic,
it is.
great
Thank you.
I was Arnold Schwarzenegger 11111 a bunch of times.com. It took a little bit to Google it, but you can find it. I trust you.
Yeah.
Great topic.
Oh, also, can I just say, this is the last thing I'll say on this topic, because I actually found the end.
Oh,
I
did
made
you?
it to the end.
Oh, did you
And
really?
it brings you to his website. It brings you to Kenneth Tin Kin Huang's like website, and it's just like his art projects. Kind of
Dang.
an anticlimax, but yeah.
I don't know. That feels kind of rewarding. Like you made it out the tunnel.
It does give you like a little like congratulations. It was like the last one was enter and exit,
Oh, that's really cool.
but yeah, so I did it.
There is an end.
Points for me.
How many? Do you know how long it was? How many websites you were going through?
Oh, I went through a lot. Like
Okay.
I went through a ton while you guys were talking.
Okay.
A lot of Asian prints. But we don't have to get into that.
All right. So that's what is.
Okay.
So we got Jimmy and Liam. What are your
Yeah.
topics?
Mine was the about page for Demo Baza. Very freaky,
Good
esoteric.
topic. Good topic.
And I was the simulationargument.com.
Good
the
answer.
The mecca for big fat sweaty nerds.
Good answer. Good
All right,
answer.
all right.
Good answer.
Good answer. All right. I'm gonna type my little-
Wait, hold on. I need to think. Hold on.
Yeah.
I
think it's
this
a very
was
good
like
one.
this is hard. I think I got the one that I'm gonna say though. I'm gonna tickle to be the
Hold on,
most.
hold on. Give me 1 second. Not too long. Okay.
You wanna give me the 3, 2, 1?
Yeah. Declan, what was yours?
Mine was Monument Mythos.
Monument Mythos.
I'm really at the edge of my seat here.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. 3,
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, that's me.
Oh
Jimmy.
yeah, Jimmy.
Yes. Woo!
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's
I read
been
that
so
wrong. I'm
long.
like, wait, did
I'm
we
so
get a
happy.
tie? No,
So
that's awesome.
me and Dylan
That
voted
was
for
almost gonna
Jimmy. Liam voted for me, and then Jimmy voted for Dylan.
That was almost a clean because I was almost gonna vote for Jimmy, but then
Uh-huh.
I think the reason I went for Declan over Jimmy's was that like Declan's guy like actually put like work into his. Jimmy's was just some fucking interns like scribbling shit.
Yeah. Just
No,
putting whatever
Liam, there
they
were
felt.
3 experiments done about it.
Oh yeah. Hey,
DNA done.
hey, Tony,
Get the freaking tube.
get my photon laser.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I know another website kind of like it. It's called Calico Cut Pants. You have to donate to the.
Yeah, the donate.
It's the only way
Other
that the
show.
site runs.
Oh my gosh. This was good. Hey, great job,
Hey.
everyone. By the way, we looked at our stats. It turns out people listen to this show, which is pretty
That's
wild.
pretty wild. Yeah.
Hey, hey,
Happy
you.
about that.
We have somewhere above 10 listeners, 10 dedicated listeners that keep listening to
Uh-huh.
our shows every time we put them out. So
That is not bad.
That is not
If the
bad.
drop
That's-
off doesn't cut off here, please leave a comment. We would love to hear from you.
If you're listening to this, email us. All right, email us something. Send us
Do
an
it.
email.
We'll look at it. We'll read it.
Berrypodcast@gmail.com.
It's wait, it's 6 people.
Yeah, dude, let's get 6 emails. All right, I want to see
No.
6 emails in the inbox. All right.
I think it
Let's
might be.
get-
I think it might be us 4, Cloudy, and one other
no,
person.
no, because it was the app. I don't listen on the
Oh,
Apple app.
I don't use the
And-
app.
Exactly, we don't
I-
use the
oh,
app.
I do-
and
no,
it's
I do use the
also-
app.
The YouTube was like 14 listens, so like it can't just be us 4 unless we're listening multiple times a day. Which I'm not. I don't
certainly
know if
am
any of
not
you guys are.
Let's get Cloudy some brothers and
Yeah.
sisters.
Yeah, let's get Claudia some friends. Okay?
Welcome to Buried
You guys
Nation.
We'll add you all to a Discord with Cloudy.
This is the Cloudy Army.
Yeah.
We will not be involved in the
We're
Discord.
just gonna start calling our fans Cloudies.
The Cloudies.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
reading
listen.
Cloudies?
So yeah,
Original Cloud.
email us. I want to see 5 emails in our inbox. All right, by the next show.
it.
Boom, done. Okay. Yeah, berrypodcast@gmail.com. Otherwise, thank you always for listening. It's cool to just have an audience at all, and I'm glad you guys like our goofs and gaffs.
Yep.
So, as always, I'm Declan Grogan.
I'm Dylan Ward, eating a little candy thing.
I'm Jimmy Brown, feeling real good.
Liam, man. And I'm so fucking hungry.
Oh,
Give me all those hot dogs.
Get away from my little
give me those-
candy thing.
Oh, man, give me those hot
Give me the
dogs.
slop. Give me the slop.
Oh, is that cognac?